All right.
You good?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your
Welcome
boy JT Ferg here. Another episode. We're on episode 3. Who's my guy? Who am I here with right now?
You're with your boy from the OG AV, your boy Aaron.
Stole him from the other podcast.
Yeah, my
Just
own
to start
podcast.
this one, yeah. The one that he started, yeah. All right,
we're
guys.
solid.
We're straight. We're set up. We're ready to go. So today we had a random T on our board. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck it.
Leave
Fuck
it.
it.
All right, guys, what's up? Episode 3, Moveology Bros, Moveology Podcast. We still haven't decided the name, but we're going to figure it out. Did you notice that, like, y'all who are watching on IG, like, our quality from episode 1 to 2 to now to 3 is, like, we are moving. We are making mad moves on this.
Yet to still have post one, but...
Yeah. No one knows about it yet.
No.
Everyone just knows about, the clout from Instagram of random post.
And by the way, for... just by posting a small snippet of it, like, dude, like...
There's a minute-long one?
Yeah, it's been getting, like, some good... I've gotten some good...
Yeah, I've gotten some buzz, too. Yeah, people, like, generally interested in it.
Yeah,
you
I don't know if we want to talk about the IG question thing that you put on there, and then the responses were like not even relevant. Yeah,
so they were like so
what?
random. All right, so I put on IG. What was the exact thing? It was just a generic podcast logo,
like for topics or something.
Yeah, just topics. Like, send me some topics. What are you thinking about? What would you like to see or hear about? We'll go through. I won't say names, but we'll kind of just go through what they say. So the first one, all it was a flag. It was an emoji flag. Right, no idea what country it's from. I have no idea. The second one was all the different types of workout trends. So, like, we kind of covered that in the second one.
Okay, yeah.
Another one that just said, just stopping by, have an awesome day. Great, love the motivation. Like, it's really good. It's actually pretty cool. Another one that just said, hi. Like, awesome. We'll love to talk about that. Hi. Yeah. Just talked about it.
Hi.
The water emoji with the faucet, just faucet into a cup, that emoji, that was one that was on there, just random. That was it. I guess they want us to talk about water filtration. I don't know. We can dive into that though at some point. I guess.
Actually, we can. They have that obviously tons of fucking water. That
like
maybe after this one,
Britas and stuff like that.
See, maybe after this one.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
go on. Next
one is unrelated, but I hope you have an awesome day. I love the just random. Everyone's just like, have a good day. Like, not questions, don't want us to talk about anything.
Yeah, but
just
by the
way,
all those people that did that, you fucking suck because he did not ask you to fucking just stop by and say hi. Okay.
Yeah, like I wanted legit questions.
Also with the character piece.
Another one was have an amazing day. You are a blessing to all. Wishing you happiness.
See, like that's a good one. That one I'll
solid.
accept.
That's
that
straight,
one I'll
accept.
accept.
Another one, stress eating, which is a topic we'll go over.
Yeah,
that's a big topic
stress
to talk
eating.
about. A smile emoji and then the gun sign.
Okay,
like,
so maybe how lifting happens with the endorphins and stuff like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess we can dive into that.
Can you lift with a smile on your face?
There you go. Yeah.
Think about it.
What's your lifting face? Because we all have one and none of them are the same.
Yeah.
All right, this last one got me. Well, technically, it was the first one. It just says, haha, I just woke up. That was it. That was all the message was. That was all the reply was. We're just, haha, I just woke up.
Bro, that's what I get up on fucking Snapchat every day, dude. It's just like, haha, I just woke up. I'm like, okay, and?
So I guess sleep is a topic that they want, I guess.
Something that we don't know nothing about.
Yeah, I can honestly say, like, I'm not, like, crazy big on like knowledge bombs of sleep, and like I could probably dive down the rabbit hole of melatonin and that kind of stuff
if it's
like
necessary.
Yeah, like the actual science of what your body does while you're sleeping is like not something that I've really looked into.
True. Also, by the way, we have finally employed someone with free 99.
Free 99, yeah, that's their whole salary.
But I guess we have a manager now.
Yeah, Sam got voted into our manager position. Which basically she just yells at us when our bathroom breaks are.
And she keeps time of how long we go on these goddamn rants.
Yeah, so we just get like waved at, like, hey, move, like, let's keep it moving.
Also, she hits record when we need her to.
Yeah,
so we appreciate you, Sam.
But like, she didn't really know how to do it this first day. But that's okay. We didn't really teach her either. It was just kind of like, hey,
it's okay. We're all learning process.
And then she was like, "Oh, I don't know if it's actually turned on."
Yeah, because we always we're all bringing something to the table that we're all learning from each other. You know, Jesse's learning podcasting. I'm obviously going through with him and everything with the editing. He's teaching me more about fitness and everything. And then, Sam over there being the manager she is. She rocks.
She's just gonna learn about everything.
And we have an extra audience member in the crowd too.
Yeah, Keith,
The artist over here.
the guy. He's actually drawing tattoos that we're gonna go get tonight.
The guy.
Why not?
Oh shit! All right. Anyways, well, okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our review.
Yeah, like our top. Oh yeah. Let's hit the
do our
review.
review first. Let's do our review first.
All right, so review for episode 3. We're gonna go through some just common energy drinks, right? So like on the very far right, if you're watching on IGTV, at JT Ferg, Aaron, what's yours?
Oh, just my name, Aaron Villegas.
Yeah, so you can find us on IGTV there, coming up the next couple of days. But first, we got an what is that very far right one?
Amino Energy.
Amino
and it has
Energy.
electrolytes. Oh wow, blueberry lemonade. I didn't even grab that one. That sounds great.
Yeah. These we just picked up at Academy, just random. We're just like, hey, the one that he's holding in his hand right there has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Bang, I believe, is anywhere between 200 to 220. The C4 is 200, and then the Celsius Heat has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it, which is also the same size of, I believe, about the same size of a Monster. But yeah, so we're going to crack those open. We're kind of just going to do a taste test, not really a caffeine test, because we're not going to drink the entire thing. That would be like 800 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
If we were to drink all of them, and like, nah.
Then you'd have a fucking wild fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, the podcast would go a completely different direction.
But anyways, it's because, okay, so more or less of the reason why we're doing this is also because supposedly all of these drinks, well, maybe not all of them, but like Bang, Celsius, they're very trendy right now in the fitness community.
Yeah, like
very
crazy.
trendy.
Like everyone, like the Bang.
Yeah,
dude.
Everyone. I didn't even know they had a caffeine-free one. I guess just for the flavor.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess it's basically just sugar water, which I mean, in theory, that's what all of them are. But
true.
That's the same thing about energy bars.
Now, do you use them?
No, so I actually don't. So I use a from Optimum Nutrition. I use one of their just pre-workouts. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I use it, one, because it like helps me drink water. It's only got 160 milligrams of caffeine, so I'm not like pumping myself with caffeine. Yeah. But I like it because, I like it because if I forget it, I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, you
that makes
find
sense.
these people that are like, oh my God, I can't have a good workout if I don't have my pre-workout, because they're consuming like 300 milligrams, 300 plus milligrams of caffeine at a time. And it's like, that's one of those where it's like, it's a noticeable difference, right? Like if you're on it and you're not on it, like, because
I mean, especially like it's been kind of studied. It's like, dude, as long as you have a good diet, great energy, and great sleep, great food intake and sleep and everything like that, like, and a great workout, you can have the best natural energy in the world. Like, so you don't need caffeine.
So
that brings us into like a story that I know that we all know, me and Sam Keith, about, from a story from our class about one of our teachers getting ridiculed for not drinking coffee during his doctorate plan degree. And we all looked at her like,
no cups, like, at all?
No, like, was because, and I know who it is, because the strength and conditioning teacher.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I don't drink coffee. I'm like, I'm not a huge coffee fan. I don't do energy drinks. I don't do pre-workouts like I used to.
I wonder if he consumes caffeine in other ways.
He probably does. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's not like, okay, I can understand not coffee if it's not black, because you're then just drinking a lot of sugar too, like the Starbucks and stuff.
Yeah.
Or if you look like stuff like this, where like supplements aren't regulated, obviously, so like they could put anything in here.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it's like, I wonder if he's taking like caffeine pills, and he's just like, oh no, I don't drink coffee, and I don't, do energy drinks or anything, but I take caffeine pills.
Yeah.
Because then technically he's not. You know what I mean?
Also, there's like the whole B12 shots and stuff like that, where it's supposed to be like more natural.
There's a lot of different stuff. The green tea extract, stuff like that. Yeah, that you could dive so deep into.
I did not even know green tea extract was like supposed to be for energy boosting. Yeah. Until like I started college.
I mean, if you look at like a lot of these have
the green tea. That one that one has it for sure, because remember that one's also metabolism.
Green tea leaf extract. Mm-hmm. Standardized to 10% of EGCG, whatever the hell that means.
I mean, energy. I guess we should just crack one open then.
Yeah, why don't you crack? So.
Oh, this one's from Optimum Nutrition.
Yeah.
Same brand
that one's
that you
Optimum
have.
Nutrition. Yeah. That's the reason that I picked that one up, because I knew about that one, and I've actually tried that one before. And out of all of them, I've tried all of them. That one's like the best tasting.
All right.
So you can go ahead and crack that one open and try it.
All right, before we do, let's kind of read more or less the benefits according to what they say. So it supports everyday performance and goals, replaces electrolytes lost in sweat during exercise, and supports endurance. Now, before we even dive into all those other threes, just by reading those three, it's already a big advantage over those because this has electrolyte replenishment. I don't know about any of those.
Yeah. If
From what I know,
then they don't. I don't know about the C4.
Yeah, no, it's C4. There's no way that has like electrolytes.
Mental alertness. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, is it gonna make me pass the test?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Give me some that hard shit.
Yeah. Go to crack that one open. Ooh, that was nice. Nice.
You wish you heard that. All right.
What do you think of that?
Oh, first off, the tasting of it.
The taste is there, right? Like the taste is good.
Tastes like fucking blueberry lemonade, which I didn't even think that was a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Still one of the best tasting ones.
Oh, that was a good one.
And see, like that's a big thing about these. It's like you take, like there's another one that's Total War, that they have like the little shots, but dude, they're so concentrated. Like it's so syrup. It honestly tastes like. So I drink the Gatorade Zero, right? Like that's just my. It's water or that. Like I don't do really anything else.
Yeah.
But going from like a regular Gatorade, so like the just old
like
school,
a regular,
like whatever you grew up with, let's say the fruit punch or whatever, and the like syrup or the thickness, like the consistency of it is like the molasses, so like, gum.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, gummy, like a little gummy. Yeah.
That's so much more than what's in the zeros, and like I don't know if they just like. Creating the formula were just like -2 on the syrup content of each
it's like,
one.
all right, just like let's narrow the syrup down just a tad bit and like dilute it.
Yeah,
what are they just
I don't know if they just
more?
diluted it, yeah, which would be crazy. Because like how do you...
Because it's still sugar water at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're all, all the sugar water in
But
general.
again, since Powerade, Gatorade, all that is meant to replenish electrolytes, that's the idea behind it, at least. Yeah. So like that, having the whole... replenishment of electrolytes, to me at least, would seem more of a benefit to get that rather than any of those three.
But see, now something like that though, with only 100 milligrams of caffeine, like you could get that out of a Starbucks drink with so it's like if you're using that for a pre-workout, like that would be something that I would say would be really good for someone who's never taken pre-workout before.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like your baseline pre-workouts entering in at like 160, 200 milligrams of caffeine. If you're taking the actual serving dose of it, obviously, like I haven't seen all the ones out on the market, but this is just going off of what I've seen.
Yeah, of course.
So like that would be a good entry one. Like if you wanted a pre-workout that isn't gonna, give you the jitters, the shakes.
Dude, I have gotten C4 gives me the jitters, bro.
Really?
Okay. So first of all, I didn't even explain my part on this part. Is that I don't do the whole pre-workout powder wise.
Yeah.
You do. I don't. I do. I'm a big Bang and Celsius person.
Okay.
So what you said about the whole thing about like when you take that much in, but then the next day you don't have it, you feel it. Yeah. That's me.
So you feel it. So
yeah.
You, like,
no, like he is not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong about any of that. Like I feel the fucking like
yeah. Like okay, man, I gotta go work out. Fuck, I forgot my.
Yeah, and I like the pump doesn't feel as good because I don't put as much effort into it, which actually goes into what we're going to talk about later. So like it just, I don't know. Like
it feels weird.
I would definitely need one of those, but I've gone stints where I've gone like 2 weeks without it.
Yeah.
And like after like a week of not,
you start to feel better.
Yeah, like I'll feel better, but then I'll like it's like nothing but natural energy.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I didn't even drink anything, and I felt great to squat. Not yesterday, Monday.
Yeah.
I felt great squatting. I felt great deadlifting. I was fine.
Yeah. And that's how sometimes I am too. Like recently, I've started taking it again, but it's less of so I really like it because it helps me consume more water, right? So I use like one of the little half blender bottles that I believe are like 16 ounces. I believe
they could be less.
I think that's
They're
less
less.
than that.
They're a lot less.
But I put it in water and I fill that up all the way to the top. No, it's about 16 ounces because I take one
Yeah,
of the.
because I was about to say, I was like, this is 16.
Yeah, I take a water
condensed
bottle
it
and it
fatter,
fills it.
16 ounce. Yeah.
Yeah. I take a water bottle and it fills it up. So like it's about 16 ounces. So I'll drink one of these basically before I even start to work out, before I start to warm up, so that I have my pre-workout.
Yeah.
And then what I like to do personally is like a lot of people like to wash it out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But
You
see,
could
no,
you could continue to dilute it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. That's what I do. I just continue to dilute it. So I'll drink it. I'll go through my warm up. I'll fill it back up, and then start drinking it. And by the time I'm done working out, like I can't taste the pre-workout in it
Because it's just water.
because I've drinking so much of it. You know what I mean? So I'm probably putting down 2 or 3 of them at least throughout the workout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And
and it
you
depends
said you
on
do
what?
what? 1, 2 scoops?
I do 2. So the serving size is 2 scoops.
Okay, so
160 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Okay.
So like that's what I usually use before my workout.
All right. Well, I mean, technically, and you already know this, I'm not a big powder person, period. Like, I just don't, in my general
Just not big
opinion.
into powders.
Yeah, powder, supplement. Well, supplements I'll take just for, like, actual, like, nutrition-wise. I take
Yeah.
my vitamins, fish oil stuff like that, which
Yeah.
we'll get in later. Anyways, well, on to the next one. So this one's the Bang Pina Colada, which is,
Pina
in
Colada.
my opinion, is my favorite flavor, period.
And see, I'm not a big fan of bangs.
No?
I'm not, like, at all.
Well, it's because I feel like they've been just too trendy, too advertised.
Dude, do you know
too...
how much money that they probably spend in marketing?
They told
Like-
they told me that they could pay like let's just say for us example, we're starting out. They say the bank could actually go to people like us who's starting out, and they'll still offer you like a good 10 G's just to promote it for like maybe 3 months.
That's crazy.
That's what I heard. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what you have.
See, I have no idea. I've never honestly looked into it. Because it's just I've done like ambassadorships before, where it's like, oh, you get this code, support our product, like that kind of thing. It was for FNX, which is a protein supplement brand, and it was decent until I realized that like I was basically just getting gifted on like the ambassadorship. You know, like I was still paying for the product. Like, yeah, I got like 20%
because
off.
you have to pay for it.
You buy the product
and you have to wear
and
it.
then you wear it, support it, promote
Post
it, that kind of stuff.
So then
And then you give out a code that's like 15%.
okay.
So like you only get paid if people use that code.
Fuck that, dude.
So it's like, okay, like I can understand where maybe people with like a big following, like that would work for them.
100%. Yeah.
But like I'm like under 1,000 people on Instagram. So it's like, dude, none of the people that I know are going to buy these supplements just because I'm saying like, oh, hey, I use them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, you know what that tastes like to me?
What?
Like a Bahama Bucks.
Oh, by the way, great place. Go on.
Icy, not icy, but one of the things that they put, like a snow cone, sorry.
I will say that one, for some reason, the carbonation wise,
The Optimum Nutrition one.
Yeah, the Optimum Nutrition one. That one has like a weird, softer carbonation. Even though it's probably the same, it's just I think it's also the flavor wise. That one tastes pretty.
And see, that's one of the reasons why I really, really don't like them coming out of a can, like energy drinks like that, because I hate carbonated drinks. Like, for a long time, I was kicked on the white Monsters. Like, that was just my thing.
I hate Monsters so
like, that was
bad.
just my thing. I don't know why. I think my grandfather really liked them, too. So I would always just, like, steal one, like, every once in a while, you know? And then Christian Guzman came out with his Up.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Right? Yeah. So I bought an entire. I bought an entire case of it, like before he got like sued for the bottle.
Oh really?
And stuff. So yeah. So I still have some of the old, like the very first original white bottles.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I kept like my case, like the whole case and everything. I still had it. I think I still have it now. I think it's in storage.
We'll find
but
out.
I really liked it because a lot of people compared it to the White Monster. But I liked it because of the carbonation. Like, it had a very small amount of carb.
Okay,
like,
so then yeah, it can
in
be possible to have like less carbonation.
Yeah, dude,
or
like
none
it
whatsoever.
was a little bit less than the Optimum Nutrition drink. Like, it really was, and I liked it because then I could actually like drink to drink it and not like sip on it, tear up, cry a little bit, choke up, sip on it, cry a little bit, choke up, like that kind of thing. So it was like I liked it because I was able to just drink it. You know what I mean?
I know what
Whereas
you're
like the
talking about.
monsters and stuff have so much carbonation in it that it makes you like.
They're hard, bro.
Yeah, if
They are
you're trying
hard.
to drink it and then go and do something, just in my opinion, like I feel like I get bloated.
Oh yeah,
Like-
well, that's what it does.
Like instantly bloated.
All right, let's move on because we just got the finger from our manager. All right,
Yeah.
next one. You want to do C4 or Celsius?
The actual finger, yeah. We'll go C4.
C4. Okay.
And I just grabbed the fruit punch one because I didn't want to do another blue flavored.
Nah, yeah, this one's strawberry watermelon ice.
Strawberry water. Okay, I just grabbed the red one.
So this
Figured it'd be
one,
fruit
so
punch.
when I used to work at Smoothie King, I would drink this before I would leave because I drink it the last 30 minutes. I'd drive home and then I'd go work out.
Yeah.
And dude, I got the jitters bad.
Really?
But like, I fucking went hard though.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got the jitters bad. So, again, you wish you heard that.
Yeah, the sound coming from that is
That's
awesome.
hard. Good flavoring, but that's hard. Oh fuck! Here comes.
Oh yeah, see the carbonation from
That one's hard.
Is like oof. See, I'm not a fan of that.
that aftertaste is not great.
Yeah, no. I'd give that like maybe a 4 in taste.
Also, I want to let you guys know again. Remember, this is all opinion based, but remember, everything I say is 100% true.
Facts.
Facts. Okay. It's a character piece. All right.
But yeah, let's
Go for the next one. Go next one,
So
yeah.
this one, I actually don't think I've ever had this one.
I'm okay with it. They have a lesser version, which is for like an everyday lifestyle Gen Pop type of person. So the idea of that one's like half of that. But this is the actual pre-workout Celsius heat drink. Whatever.
Oh yeah, dude, that's disgusting. Like that is so bad.
Well, it's
Like,
because the Inferno Punch one's not that great. The Dragon Fruit one's good, and
Really?
they have a blueberry pomegranate one. That
yeah,
one's
but I
pretty
go
good.
off of first taste. First taste, that was horrible. Had no flavor to it. Like that's
I
so
will-
bad.
Oh yeah,
I got you.
flavor is low, but I will say carbonation is not as hard as these two.
As yeah, I got that too.
Now, if we're gonna go based on okay, I'll rank mine first since I'm actually like I drink this more than you do.
Yeah.
Because yours will probably be a lot more factual than mine. But
Yeah.
if I were to just go based off of flavor alone, I'll probably make that least important. But carbonation and then the actual benefits behind it will probably be the Optimum Nutrition one first, because that one surprised me. That one's really
Yeah, dude, it's good.
that'd be a great one to actually start to change to.
Yeah.
Then I would probably go to the Celsius Heat one or the Celsius family itself. I wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily go for that one. I would
That
go for
specific one, but just
I'd go
that
for the
in-
lesser one because it's less carbonated, less caffeine in it because it's only
Yeah.
150, and then it'd probably do a different flavor.
Okay.
100% go Bang third and then C4 last
Last.
just
So-
because of my experience with it.
Yeah. So I would go. I'm gonna base mine off of flavor
Yeah, that's
itself.
fine.
Just because, like I said, I've never used them before. For actual working out, so I would go Optimum Nutrition, of course. 'Cause flavor is there.
good one too.
I would go Bang just because the amount of flavor was there.
Also because the flavors are endless there, dude. They have so many flavors too.
That's one, and that's something that I will go on after this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go C4 and then Heat. Obviously, because
he gets the
he
boot.
does, bro. That was not the best. I will give it. That was not the best.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, that's our review, and a very extended review in energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into our topic today. So
Yes.
our topic today, we're gonna dive into motivation, right? So like, what motivates you? It doesn't matter if it's gym. It doesn't matter if it's life. If it's to get good grades. If it's to, pick up that one person that you just really started to like.
And this has a huge part to play in like actually this podcast just coming into life. Like
Yeah.
a huge
like
part.
how motivated we were to actually.
Because like I'll tell my part and then like he could
Yeah, go ahead, jump.
Cause so like when it came to I guess our own motivations to start it, like he came up to me and talked to me about saying that I was like, oh shit, you had a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I did. I stopped it because of school, but like for some weird reason when I was in school and doing it, I was still motivated to do the podcast. I didn't give a fuck about school.
Yeah.
But then I think the reality kicked in, like when I started getting help from other than like myself, like from outside to help pay for school.
Yeah.
Is when I kind of was like, fuck, like I kind of can't
And was that
it.
in the forms of
Like,
scholarships
no,
or
no, no, no,
grants
no, no,
or
no, no.
just
Like,
family?
yeah, like family
Okay,
helping,
gotcha.
family helping out. And so I was kind of like, fuck, like I think I have to start prioritizing that instead of the podcast because of the idea that, you know, it's not my money that I'm using.
Yeah.
Like now I definitely can't fuck up because if I fail, like that's a loss of their money.
Yeah. So it's less of like on you and it's less of your money. You're just like, oh, okay, like if I blew my money, I blew my money.
Yeah,
and now
exactly.
It's like, hey, I'm blowing other people's money.
Exactly. So like when he came up to me and started talking to me about the whole idea of, you know, the podcasting idea, and he literally did not waste a breath saying, dude, we could do one. Like I could jump on, we could talk about anything. I'm like, wait, what? I got shell shocked, but I was like, wait, what? But when his excitement through that like whole hour of talking,
dude, we literally sat like after I'd worked
for like
out,
a good,
I smelled so bad that day.
I don't know, dude. I was sick.
I smelled so bad.
So like we were talking for like a straight hour, and like through that hour, just seeing him wanting to actually do it, like your motivation to want to do it motivated me because it reminded me of how excited I was to do one. Yeah. And again, I did it by myself. So like everything was by myself, but like if it was, and I was always looking for like someone to do it with me. I was always looking for like the guest, the right person, someone to be a manager behind the camera, like stuff like that. And like it just, when he said fuck it, let's do it, I literally in my head I was like, dude, Aaron, if you don't fucking jump at this opportunity right now to have a partner to do this with, you're an idiot. And I fucking jumped on it. That was a good motivation. He's basically a motivation to make me want to do my part in this whole thing. Yeah. Now, if we're talking fitness wise, my motivation is to not, and this is no offense to my own dad, but it's to not be like my mom and my dad. Yeah. They've gotten on the bigger side, but my dad currently has lost so much weight, and he always accredits to like me helping him just a tad bit with, you know, specific ways to eat, to stop eating, you know, stuff like that, and like how to work out. Yeah. And he got really big, and so he got to a point where he was going past 3X's. Oh dang. And so like it kind of got scary because like my mom even said it, like he was like, yeah, he's like sleeping on the couch like this, just like out. Yeah, like out, like not he could have not quality, nothing. Exactly. So that could just lead to start like heart problems and everything like that. He started doing biking and he loved it. Like he's been doing cycling classes. Now cycling, I was gonna say cycling classes or like biking outside. Both. So stationary. He does both. Okay. Like he goes at 5 a.m. to cycle and then he'll ride his bike like after eating. Like he loves it. See, now I want to know if there's like a community base that hate each other in that. If like there's people who cycle class, and they're just like, we hate the people that ride outside. Who rides outside? And who the fuck rides outside? Yeah, it's not 100 degrees outside. Who's outside? Also, right the whole like when it comes to like that soul cycling, they have like, you know how we're talking about like a hot yoga. Yeah, they have that hot cycling. Yeah, the hot cycling. Like, I wonder if they hate each other. I don't know. I really need to ask somebody. Yeah, I'm sure we could look it up. Like, there's something. Do they really hate each other? If like the people are like, you're not actually riding a bike. You don't have to balance. Oh yeah, that's like I wonder if like people are like that. Like that. Would I'm pretty sure there is. I'm very sure there's got to be like one or two people out there like that. They start like a little turf war. Like fuck you. Right. They're like they break the bikes on they like fucking flat tires, break shit. No, they sign up for the class, and the people who ride outside come and start circling inside of the classroom, like weaving losers, in and out of people. You can't catch us. Yeah, get in front of them. Hey, bet you can't catch me. Like these are just people pedaling as fast as they can. Dude, that would be hilarious. That's a good like little SNL skit. That would be. That'd be fucking funny. Well, anyways, but so he started losing a lot of weight. No, you're good. He started like just going at it, and I was like, dude, like I don't want to like, and it's not in the gene pool. That's the thing. Yeah. Like his family on his side and my mom's side, like athletes until like they had me. So like it's not like a thing where like before they had me they were big. Yeah. They were just like how we were, like just active. They were active. Yeah. And so as I got older and like my siblings started, you know, being born, they were getting bigger and bigger. But like then that's where I noticed, I was like, fuck, like if but like when I have my kid, or you know, if I don't know more about like I guess nutrition, exercise, fitness, etc., like dude, that's gonna be me by like 30 if I don't fix my shit. And so that's kind of what keeps me going to the gym.
Yeah.
And
so that's like your motivation.
Yeah. And so
just to dive back just a little bit, this episode is going to be over motivation, right? Like I know that we said that, but like I want to make that clear. Like we're gonna dive deep into internal and external motivation.
Yeah,
factors,
so I guess that would be an external motivation because I don't. Yeah. And I mean, granted, I get it. Looks aren't everything, but in this case, like I just don't want to be overweight and like, you know, like how my dad is, like overworked, burnt out, but like still, you know, trying to function throughout the day. I want to be able to function throughout the day and be like, all right, cool. After work, like I'll hit up the cycling range like he does now. You know, stuff
or
like
if
that.
like someone's like, hey, let's go climb that mountain, or you
let's
know, like,
let's go to fucking Mount Kilimanjaro. Fuck it.
Even though that's on the extremer side. But if they're like, hey, let's climb up that hill, you can't be like, I don't know about that, man.
Kind of don't want to.
Yeah, kind of like, nah, don't think I'm physically fit to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's not like we're not trying to break world record times, but I would like to be able to get up there. Like I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think I have internal. Well, I mean, internal. Nah, I'm very externally motivated. Like I need someone to like kind of be like if you were to
let's do this.
Like if you like when you told me this, obviously it's external because I was like, fuck it, he's making me more motivated. I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Dad, same thing. And then like if you were to text me, said like, yo, we're going to the gym right now. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess.
But like if I do it internally, it's also because like I've had one of those puppies right there.
Yeah.
So that's the motivation
so that's
for the internal.
Like, yeah. So that plays kind of more into like the mental side of motivation. Yeah. Where it's like that may have physically, you know, that drink may have physically not kicked in yet, but like mentally you're like, okay, I'm drinking this. It's go time.
Yeah.
You know,
like I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And which is why I'm really weird about when I drink my pre-workout. So I always drink mine either right before I go to warm up or as I'm warming up. I try to be done with the entire thing, like the entire roughly 16 ounces whenever I'm done warming up. Yeah. Because then it's like, all right, let's go time. By like my third or fourth set of like my first exercise, I feel like I'm fully there. You know what I mean? And like feeling it, feeling the pump, feeling all, you know what I mean? But yeah, so like external motivation would be your main thing.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you.
So for me, it's kind of hard. So I'm a little bit of external, I'm a little bit of internal. I would say internal. So it's funny because my internal motivation stems from an external motivation. Okay. Right? So like growing up, I was ugly. Like I did not look half as good as I do now. Not saying that I look very good now. Keith, no, let's not.
How does he look?
Keith double winked and eyebrow checked me. God
Keith,
damn.
put your pants back on. Keith, put your pants back on.
No, but like so I was I was the kind of like I wouldn't say ugly, but I dealt with a lot of like internal like I feel ugly, I'm skinny, I'm not cool kind of stuff growing up.
You were SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was SpongeBob growing up.
But you're ugly and you were proud.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm joking, gone.
So like I told myself like, hey, I may not be able to like really worry about myself internally, like my motive, like my thought process and stuff right now because I am so young, but I can do something about it physically, right? So like, which is why I worked out so much. Because I was like, hey, if I look good, it doesn't matter. Like, if
I can kick that kid's ass that looks good, then
right. Like if I can lift and I can do this, like cool, like let's go. And that stemmed from like the people that I was around, right? So not necessarily like my friends, but like other people. I would look at them and I'd be like, oh damn, like that dude's stronger than me. That dude looks better than I do. Like I can do something about it, right? Like I stopped looking at the problem and started looking at what I could do about it. Yeah. The external, like an actual external motivation, would be my mom passing away. Yeah. So my mom passed away whenever I was 19. I think it was 10 days after I turned 19. Okay. Right? So it was February 16th, 2016. And I knew that, like, I had always wanted to make her proud. And, like, because me and my mom didn't always have, like, the best relationship, right? Like, we didn't live together whenever I was growing up. So it was more of, like, I saw her maybe once a week kind of thing. But it motivated me whenever she passed to be like, you know what? Like, I'm going to do everything that I can to make her proud.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was one of those, like, hey, it's time to strap on the big boy panties. Like, let's get it kind of thing. So, like, that's a big factor for me because it's like, I want to make my family proud, right? How do I make my family proud day to day is improving myself. So, like, that's what I did. That's why I love working out, and that's why I like helping people, because I feel like I'm fulfilling that, like, void in my life of, like, not having my mom there. I didn't meet my dad till I was already in high school. So it's like I basically just grew up around my grandparents, right? So, like, and they were a huge motivation factor because they worked so hard. Like, they worked really hard whenever I was growing up. Like, so it was always a external factor saying, hey, like, work out more, hey, do better. Oh, we're getting delivered pizza roll. Hey, can you hand them up to me?
Sam, you could be in frame.
Yeah, like,
people need to know
don't need to be scared
which
of
Sam
it.
we're talking about.
But yeah, so it was a very much of a, I'm gonna set those right there.
Yeah, set them right
In the
there.
middle. So it was very much of an external factor. Like, I'm very externally motivated, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the living in this apartment, like, I want to work so that I can have nice things, so that I can provide for my family, like that.
We're getting separate.
Oh,
Okay.
dang. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice. Oh, combos.
What do you mean combos?
They're combo filled. Yeah, so, like, it's not just pepperoni, it's not just cheese, it's combo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you,
yeah, so, like,
Samantha.
I would say
That's why she's the manager.
yeah, manages the food intake. But yeah, so, like, I'm very externally motivated. Internally in the sense of, like, I want to better myself so that I'm not a loser, but externally because, like, I want to improve on myself and have people, you know, like, want to be around me, want to, like, see me succeed, like, that kind of stuff. I would say, well, okay, so what are your thoughts on motivational quotes, right? Like, you're scrolling through Instagram an hour before you hit the gym and you see a, you know, don't let the world back you down, you got this quote. What do you think about that?
So yeah, so stuff like that, like, I kind of get the premise behind it, obviously, but I'm not gonna be one that reads someone else's. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, for example, like, let's just think of, like, that Rocky quote, like, if, you know, when life hits you hard, you just got to stand back up, something like that. Like,
hit harder.
Yeah, something like that. Like, if I saw that, like, on a poster for some weird reason, I wouldn't be. You
wouldn't be like, yeah,
like, I get
boom,
it.
life.
But, like, and this is also something my dad said. So my dad, and this is a quote that my dad said.
Okay.
It could have stemmed from somewhere else. I don't know, but, like,
Yeah.
I know it as my dad said this.
Yeah.
He told me when, after, you know, in high school, after, like, the whole thing, the separation between my parents happened, he looked at me and he's like, I want you to understand one thing. He's like, I still want you to succeed in life, but this is how I want you to succeed. He's like, I want you to be able to fail trying it at least.
Yeah.
Like, if you try something and you fail at it, don't think I'll be disappointed in you.
Yeah.
I will never be. He's like, but if you pass up something and you end up failing because of it, and because you never tried it, it's like,
Then I'm mad at you.
Not mad, but, like, disappointed at the
Yeah.
fact of, like, you know. So the way he said
Then
it,
you're
he's like,
running on the streets.
yeah. So what he had said and the way he said it was, he's like, I'd rather you fail and I'd rather you try and fail rather than fail and not have tried at all. So,
Yeah.
like, that's one thing that has never left my mind since I was 15.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
been
that's a good
years.
one.
Like, I have never forgotten that sentence.
Yeah.
Like, that made my dad cry. It made me cry. I was 15. I was going through, like, some rough times. I was, like, having to step up. Like, I was having to be a second parent in the household. Like, dude, I was motivated. Like,
Yeah.
that motivates me. So I guess seeing something that's written doesn't have as much effect as, like,
coming from, like, a loved one.
yeah. Like, if you were to tell me, like, it's like, dude, Aaron, I swear to God, if you don't shut up, like if you were to tell me, like, if you don't shut up right now, like, dude, sometimes you just got to realize life's going to fucking knock you on your ass. And if you don't fucking get back up, it's like, then what's the point? But if you were to tell me something like that towards me, I would be motivated and I'd be like, I'm going to remember that shit and I'm going to fucking.
Let's do it.
Exactly. So word written out or word pictured motivation quotes don't do it for me.
Yeah. So, like, my dad, that's mine kind of stems from my dad sometimes too. So like in the last year, I've had a couple things where it's like stopped coaching because like I just stopped coaching. And then I stopped. Oh, the big factor, the internship, right?
Yeah.
So like I had an internship at UNT where everything was signed up, everything was ready to go for the spring semester. And I found out that my advisors had actually gave me poor advising.
Fucking Patrick.
Right? Like they had told me like, hey, you're good to go. I met with them several times and they were like, yeah, good to go. Like, see you in the fall. Like, congrats on getting it. And then like a week before school ended, it was like, hey, like you haven't taken this prereq class, so you actually can't do your internship. So sorry, sucks to suck. Like, sorry we gave you poor advising, right? And so like I talked with my dad because obviously like he's my dad, like he's who I look up to and stuff. And he used to tell me this all the time, but he reiterated the fact of like life's a shit sandwich and everyone has to take a bite out of it.
Oh God, that's a
like,
good one.
Dude, that
That's a fucking
hits
good one.
the heart when he says that, because I know that like that's him literally saying it from his heart. It's just like, hey, life's a shit sandwich and everyone has to take a bite out of it. And it's just like, ugh, like you feel it in your gut, right? And it's less of like a, oh, let me go punch through walls now, and more of like a, hey, everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
So
dude,
like,
we're still 20 fucking two.
yeah,
Like we're still fucking 22. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And like, and that goes for everybody. Like, you know, like life sucks. Life is not shit. But like you still get to do like a lot. Like, you know, like life is never something that you should take granted for. Or think that just because you have little doesn't mean you have a lot, because you have a lot, bro.
You can have a lot of extra.
You can have a lot. Like, I know plenty of people that grew up less fortunate than me, and still had a lot better attitude towards stuff than I did.
That's
right?
facts.
Like that's true. Like,
That's
look
facts.
at anyone, and like especially in like a college setting, who may be here like with no scholarships, or you know, with no benefits or no financial aid or anything like that. And it's like, dude, like they're still here, they're still grinding, like they still get the same degree that you do. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just got to know that like everything's going to be okay.
Yeah,
like,
at the end of the day.
no matter what happens, like you can do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you have the right mindset and you surround yourself with the right people, like anything is possible. Anything that you want to do is possible. And like that's a big thing that I think our generation just sucks at. Like I feel like we're a very much of a, oh, something happened, let me blow everything up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no one's like, oh, hey, something happened, let's figure out solutions and let's figure out ways that we can fix it now before it corrupts myself. You know, which is why I think that quotes are good, like your basic Instagram quotes, but if you have no meaning behind them, if you can't connect the words, like I have from Mac Miller, his song "Best Day Ever."
Oh, dude,
I have a quote on my
song.
on my side that says, "No matter where life takes me, find it with a smile."
Fuck yeah.
Right? And like, yeah, that's a good quote. And like, you read that and you're like, oh yeah, like I can be happy. But that doesn't matter if in 20 minutes, if something happens, if you're then like, oh, you know, like if you're not in that same mood, right? Like, or if something slightly completely alters that, if 20 minutes before that you were like, oh my God, this is the happiest I've ever been in my life, everything's perfect, you know what I mean? Like, then that quote didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But like mine stems from like my mom was a very happy person. No matter what she went through, she always seemed to find the light about it and the light of people. You know what I mean? So underneath it says, hey Bubba, because that's what she always used to call me. And like I can picture it, me standing on the back porch, her coming around the side of the house and going, hey Bubba, hug, kiss, go inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like every time that I look at that, every time like I grab my side or feel like a pain right there, it's like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
I'm still human, like shit still happens, but let's keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that, like I said before, like if you don't take that motivational quote and apply it to your life, then it's just words, right? Like it's just a random stranger going, hey, you're awesome. But like
That's
it's
exactly how I see it,
it's
yeah.
giving yourself a high five in public is basically what it is, unless you're actually like using that quote or using. You can type in like motivational quotes, and The Rock has like videos of clips of him talking about his life and stuff like that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and it's like, yeah, you can watch those and be really pumped, but then if in an hour if you completely forget it, like. It didn't change anything. It didn't do anything for you except excite you. You know, the same thing if you watch videos of dogs being kicked, right? Like you're infuriated. But if that doesn't then change how you treat a dog the next time you see it or treat someone who says it like have formerly beat a dog or anything like that, then that didn't really change you. Yeah. It situationally, yes, you're changed, but it doesn't actually improve you as a person. It doesn't improve your mentality towards anything. It doesn't change anything for you. You know what I mean? So that's why I really am not a fan of social media when it comes to stuff like motivation.
Yeah, no, it's not. Because like you said, it's like a stranger's telling. So like, it's like a stranger's telling you something to go after it when they don't even know who you are.
Exactly.
So like, yes, what they're saying may be the truth, but like if Sly was to come up to me and be like, life ain't full of sunshines and rainbows, like if he was to tell me that scene from the fucking movie, like I mean, I'll be like, all right, cool, yeah, but you don't know why.
The Pursuit of Happiness movie.
Yeah, like
yeah.
What do you mean?
Like that movie, how it's all about like
the Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, the Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah.
Like if all that shit, like if that actor or that person or just anyone were to tell me that, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll give it my best,
Woohoo, yeah.
But like if let's say any of you three were to tell me that, I'd be like, all right, you know what, you're right. Let's change some shit. Let's switch it up. Let's backtrack a little bit, and let's fucking get going.
Yeah.
But I mean, so right now, I went ahead and just typed up types of motivation, and obviously there's two. That's the intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So
internal and external,
basically.
Yeah.
So when you brought up the dog kicking one, that's so funny because right here there's a where was it? I just saw it. Is it the affiliation and social motivation? I don't know. Well, there was one of the I don't remember which one it was. I was looking at it, but it had basically like that, like to change your motives on like a specific topic.
Yeah.
So like 21 Bridges yesterday.
Yeah,
what did I tell you
exactly.
after? I'm like, dude, I have a different perspective on how cops are. Yeah. Granted, that's a different state, but
and obviously like that's like they made up cops.
Yeah.
In the sense of like they're actors, but in the sense of like that kind of like corruption. Which if you haven't seen it, like dude, great movie. Very short movie. Like ours was scheduled to start at 8:15 and we were out of there by 10:15.
Yeah.
And we were all like shocked. We were like, "Whoa, dude!
That's it?
Like that was it." Like I feel like this movie was just like boom, 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 boom. Like skip the front story, skip the middle bullcrap story. Like let's go straight to the action.
Yeah.
Like everything was important in the movie. Like if you missed one part, like I didn't even catch. And we won't. Oh damn, we kind of already spoiled it.
Nah,
no,
I didn't.
Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie, we're not going to spoil it. So I didn't even understand the climax of the story until one of the very, very final scenes, right? Like until they're finally unraveling the storyline of it, right? So like that gave me another perspective on like, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, like you really can't trust anyone until you know everything.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean? Like you really can't, especially because of one of the biggest plot twists in the movie, right? Like you can't understand what people are going through until you know everything, which is crazy. It's mind-boggling that like you can spend years with somebody and like still just not know a single thing about them.
Oh my god, dude. Motivation's got me like flooded in my blood right now. Like I'm like, dude, because like yesterday, Monday, where we did the first episode, and then like we looked at each other for like a quick second. We're like,
yeah,
let's
dude,
do the
that was
next
hilarious.
one, dude.
Yeah, it was like, hey, like let's go change our shirts and do another episode. Like,
yeah,
why
like
not?
see
We're
like
here,
stuff,
right?
see like the small stuff like that just makes you want to just pump out content, pump out whatever it is you are doing. It's that's something you just really want to see grow and achieve. So it's like, I don't know.
And like my thing with like the podcast and stuff is like I wouldn't care if we had 10 people who viewed it constantly, right? Like if we had 10 people subscribe to our channel, but if one of them can find a light, if one of them can be motivated, if one of them can change their life just because of what we say, like God, if that's not a huge impact, right? Dude, I would rather somebody like genuinely change who they are, or and not for the better. For the better, obviously not for the worse. But if someone could genuinely change who they are as a person because of something that I've been through or something that they've been through, and they can connect on how like one of us got through it, or we hear a story or anything like that. God, if that doesn't make me feel so much better. Dude. Like, I don't care if we get 1 view or 1 million views. It doesn't matter to me. Because if one person can honestly change how they are, like, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
it makes what we're doing worth it.
Yeah, even if it's one person, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And, like, that's what motivates us, too, is, like, we don't care if we get a whole lot of views. Granted, that would be awesome.
I mean, I didn't. I did it for 2+ years. I didn't give a shit, dude. I literally pumped it out from the beginning, and then I slowed down for obvious reasons, but like I kept pumping them out because I just genuinely enjoyed it. I was motivated to, just speak my mind about certain things, and dude, I just didn't give a shit, bro. But again, like the thing that just kept me going was like, well, there's obvious something that people find in my podcast, because if I'm continuously getting like 20 listeners, dude, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what keeps us going.
Even if it's like 20 random people, like, dude, I didn't even give a shit, one podcast and they're just like, oh, cool, like.
Yeah, I did not give
like that one was the podcast. You know, like the last one we talked a lot about like different fitness methodologies. If you got through that podcast and you were like, hey, as long as I'm moving and as long as I'm good, like
exactly,
like I'm improving myself, solid. If that makes you want to go, if you listen to that and you're like, oh man, I really want to try hot yoga, like, cool, try it. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like there's no reason that you can't.
We will be doing that. Don't worry, we're gonna try it one day.
But speaking on like, kind of like, I don't know how to word it. More like the topic of like external motivation. What do you think about the just fitness industry in general when they just post random, like, I wouldn't say improvement pieces, but like just content just to have content?
Oh, like forcing shit down people's throat then is
not necessarily like products or programs, but just like, oh, hey, look at me. Like, do you think that social media itself is too glamorous or too fake in the sense of like no one's posting what really happens? Or like, do you think that like these famous Instagram people,
I know what you're talking about,
are like actually living these extravagant lives?
So one thing that I get this from other podcasts as well, but like one thing that has stood out to me, at least from what you just said, is that like there are certain people that will go a little bit further to get more personal, to reach a different audience, just for the fact of that their ideas to wanting to help people and to, like you said, spark that one light bulb or spark that one little flame that they have inside them to like, help them start moving or, start, doing better with their life or, anything in between those lines. But then there's those that you were talking about where they don't want to share their
they don't really care.
Yeah. They don't want.
It's just like, hey, look at me. Like,
exactly. Like, look,
I got this new car. I got this new house. I started this. I started that.
So like the ideas behind that, or at least from what I think, is that they just want to make sure that the content that they're providing to the people that are watching is that they like the fact that they're either spending money or that they like the fact that they can do a certain skill set or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so let's just say, trying to think of like, for example, like Bradley Martin, like he just posts like monstrous, like he's a monster dude, but he'll post like workout videos with like the hot chicks.